Hey, it's Full Metal Kendo coming to you again in the comfort of my couch where I sleep. I'm about it's it's 1:29 right now. In fact, I'm gonna put on hear this. I'm gonna put on my sleep music, heavy rain and thunderstorm sounds. Ooh. I watch it to fall asleep. Anyway, point being, I wanted to make this video quickly. I hate ads. I hate ads. I'm paying for YouTube Premium when I freaking get paid on either Wednesday or Thursday. I think I'm gonna get it Wednesday. The only reason I got it on Thursday last week was because of the holiday on Tuesday. But hear this. Hear me, hear me. So, Bureau of Motor Vehicles. Talking about the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. The Bureau of Motor Vehicles is, well, they just announced some news in the state of Maine. Now, everyone's Department of Motor Vehicles is different in other states. I don't live in other states. In Maine, in order your renewal won't have to happen for 6 years. You have a Maine ID or a Maine license, you won't have to renew for 6 fucking years. And to be honest with you, I wish it was a lot longer than that. 6 years? 6 years? Are you kidding me? It should be 8 years. Why should I have to renew every 6 years? That's ridiculous. Renew every 8 years. Change it to 8 years, and we'll be okay. Um, I have an identification card. I don't have a license. I would love to get a license. I'm planning on getting a license eventually. I'm actually going to be going to the DMV on either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when I get paid. Unless I have to go into work on either of those 2 days. If I had to go on to work on either of those 2 days, okay, then I won't go. This week, anyway. So, here's the thing. I, okay. Last time I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles was earlier this year, around March. And the reason I went in March was because I really did not want to, I really didn't, have a lot of money to do it. And when I did, typically, I would have to pay a bill. Plus, to be honest with you, if I'm going to renew, I want to do it online. But for Real ID, for the longest time, you were not able to renew online. They just today, or not today, technically yesterday, because it's Tuesday right now. Tuesday, 1 a.m. I think. I think it's 1 a.m. or 1:30. Yep, 1:33, and they now have implemented the ability for you to renew your Real ID online. And that would have been useful around beginning of January. And I could have done it beginning of January. And I would have had no problem. I would have gotten my Real ID on time. It would have been great. But no, that didn't happen. I ended up having to go to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I went to the Portland office because it's the only office I go to. It's the only fucking office I go to. Because I ain't going to Scarborough office because we don't have a bus to Scarborough yet. And I hope they are working on a bus to Scarborough aside from the one at Walmart. Um, and I'm hoping eventually do that and we're able to go to that one. Or, for example, me, it would be preferable to go that one because I hear that one's less busy than the Portland one. The Portland one's fucking insane. Long wait times, just ridiculous. Um, no, but freaking, you know, I I'm gonna I'm gonna have to go this week because I gotta bring some paperwork over, like application for to take the permit test again, so I can get my permit again, so I can try to get my license, and also medical form they require. Uh, I should probably ask if there's a waiver so that I don't have to fill out the medical form every fucking time. Because that's ridiculous. I don't need a fucking waiver. No, I don't need to fucking give a medical form. My medical problems aren't that bad that freaking I am not able to drive. Even my doctor says, you drive, you don't need that. Says you don't need that, you know? Uh, I've known you long enough to see that you're pretty stable. You know, you shouldn't have any problems driving. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, yeah, so now you can renew your Real ID online in Maine. But let's try to change the years that the Real ID is like the ID is for good for. You know, license or ID is good for. Change it from 6 years to 8 years. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm all for it. The second thing I wanted to talk about real quickly, I'm just gonna explain this. There is a bill going around the Maine legislature. I hope it passes. To be honest with you, I hope it passes. Um, it's a bill that allows you to register your car, your vehicle, obviously, whether it be a truck, a car, a sedan, you know, a SUV, whatever vehicle you happen to have, you can renew. So instead of renewing your registration with your municipality, perhaps those who are unhoused, you know, people living in their cars that I've talked about, like, I really like the fact that some people live in their cars. Now, obviously, that's not ideal. I wouldn't say if you're like, especially right now, because it's fucking cold. It's fucking cold. I can feel the cold right here. Look, I can feel it. I go further and I can feel it. Look at this. Look at this. I can feel the cold coming in. Obviously, the window's not open, but I can feel it. I can feel it. It's cold. I can only imagine what it feels like for someone in their car to, you know, they probably are freaking cold as fuck, especially if they're living in their vehicle. But some people live in their vehicles, even in Maine. Even in Maine, it's just how it is. Instead of registering the car or the vehicle with the municipality, you would be able to, like, you know, the town or the city or wherever you happen to have uh, your vehicle most of the time, you would be able to renew your car with the state. That would probably save a lot of time and a lot of money, um, because obviously you're in house. You're going across the state. Maybe you're living in Maine full time because you really like the work here. You really like the area, but you go around to do all sorts of crazy stuff, and you know, and you really don't have a lot of time to freaking, you know, you just want to register your vehicle and be done, and that's it. There is a bill for you, and it's called LD 611. I believe it is. It's that either that or 661. I don't remember. But point being, is a great bill. I think it should pass. Because, you know, it's not people's fault that they're unhoused. It's really the state's fault when you think about it, and these were Democrats in Congress, along with the Republicans. Be aware, I blame both Republicans and Democrats for this issue. It's not a freaking. It's not an issue of between Republicans or Democrats. It's because of both. Take a look at Donald Trump. He hates the fucking homeless now. He's like, he's like, it's like, oh, I got to get rid of the homeless. They're terrible. They're ruining my view of my golf course. And of course, the Democrats, of course, in places like San Francisco, be aware. I love San Francisco as a city. I think it's the greatest city on earth. And to be honest with you, I would live there over here if I could. But unfortunately, I'm on the opposite side of the country. So, but no, no. Listen, San Francisco, they hate the homeless too. I mean, and that's all Democrat run. Jesus Christ, man. Why does everybody hate people who are unhoused? It's ridiculous. It just accept the fact that people have been dealt a bad hand in life. People live paycheck to paycheck. They have bills, and just because you're homeless doesn't mean you don't have bills, because you still probably will. It just means you might have some less bills. You won't have an internet bill, for example, but you might have a phone bill. You might have a phone bill. You know, it's ridiculous. Anyway,